Criminals are evolving and finding more sophisticated ways to steal your money. Super skimmers are now being used and they're pretty hard to detect.
Your phone rings. The caller ID displays the exact name and customer service number of your bank. You answer, and a representative tells you your debit card was compromised. Your life savings are frozen. You panic. You follow their instructions to secure your account. You just handed criminals the keys to your financial life. The fake bank freeze call scam is destroying bank accounts across the country. Criminals are exploiting your trust to bypass every security measure your bank built. Today, we expose the 10 psychological traps they use to steal your money. Let us begin. Number 10, the caller identification spoof. You look at your phone. The screen displays the name of your bank. It displays the exact toll-free number printed on the back of your debit card. You answer the call because the visual evidence tells you it is legitimate. This is the first trap. Criminals exploit a fundamental flaw in the global telecommunications network to spoof caller identification data. The specific technology driving this deception is Voice over Internet Protocol. Criminals do not use physical landlines. They use digital software to route calls through international servers. When they initiate the call, they manually type the number they want your phone to display into their software. The telecommunications carriers in the United States rely on an outdated signaling system. This system accepts the incoming caller identification data without verifying its origin. The network passes the fake data directly to your smartphone. Your smartphone reads the incoming number, checks a public directory, and displays the name of your bank. You trust the screen. The criminal knows you trust the screen. They use this unearned trust to bypass your initial skepticism. You answer the phone expecting a professional banking representative. You are speaking to a predator in an overseas boiler room. The criminals obtained your phone number and the name of your bank from recent data breaches. They buy massive lists on the dark web containing names, phone numbers, and banking affiliations. They know where you bank before they even dial the number. You must adopt a zero-trust policy for incoming calls. It does not matter what the screen says. Caller identification is compromised public data. It is not a security feature. When you see your bank calling, you let it go to voicemail. You take your physical debit card out of your wallet, flip it over, and dial the toll-free number printed on the plastic. You initiate the connection. Choose to ignore the screen when you realize the telecommunications network prioritizes call connection speed over caller verification. Trusting the screen is the first mistake, but the criminals know you might still be suspicious when a human answers. To lower your guard further, they deploy a robotic psychological trick at number 9. Number 9, the automated panic prompt. Criminals know that if a human answers the phone immediately and starts asking for personal information, you will hang up. They need to condition you to accept their authority. They do this by mimicking the exact automated systems your bank uses. When you answer the spoofed call, you do not hear a person. You hear a professional automated voice recording. The recording states it is the fraud detection department of your bank. It informs you of a suspicious charge on your debit card, usually a high-value purchase at a popular electronics retailer in a different state. The automated voice then gives you a choice. It tells you to press 1 to authorize the charge, or press 2 to decline the charge and speak to a fraud specialist. This is an interactive voice response trap. It serves two purposes. First, it creates instant panic. You hear that someone is trying to spend $800 of your money, and your brain floods with stress hormones. Second, it gives you the illusion of control. By pressing 2, you feel like you are taking active steps to protect your account. In reality, the automated prompt is a filtering system for the criminals. If you hang up, the system moves to the next number. If you press 2, you signal to the criminal that you believe the call is real and you are in a state of panic. You are a compliant target. The system routes your call to a live scammer who is waiting to exploit your fear. The automated preamble makes the transition to the live scammer feel earned and legitimate. You believe you navigated a corporate phone tree to reach help. You must recognize that your bank will never use an automated system to force you into an immediate high-stakes decision over the phone. Real bank fraud systems decline the suspicious charge automatically and send you a text message asking you to reply yes or no. They do not hold your money hostage on a live phone call. Choose to hang up the moment you hear an automated voice asking you to verify a fraudulent charge. The automated prompt sets the hook, but the scammer needs to maintain the illusion of a corporate environment. The audio engineering waiting at number 8 traps you in a fake reality. Number 8, the ambient soundboard illusion. You are on the phone with the supposed fraud specialist. They are speaking with a professional tone, but the background noise is what convinces you the call is real. You hear the rhythmic clatter of computer keyboards. You hear other operators murmuring in the background. You hear the faint sound of a corporate hold music track playing on a distant speaker. This ambient noise is completely fabricated. Criminals operate out of silent rooms or small apartments. They use sophisticated soundboard software to inject ambient call center audio directly into the phone line. They layer tracks of typing, ringing phones, and muted conversations to create the auditory illusion of a massive financial institution. The specific reason this works is social proof. Your brain expects a bank fraud department to sound busy and bureaucratic. When the scammer puts you on hold to check your account status, they trigger a high-quality recording of your bank's actual hold music. They rip the audio file directly from the bank's public customer service line. This audio engineering lulls you into a false sense of security. You hear the familiar hold music and the typing, and your subconscious accepts the corporate environment as fact. You drop your remaining defenses because the auditory cues align with your expectations of a legitimate banking interaction. The scammer uses this background noise to mask the reality of their operation. They are sitting in a dark room stealing your money, wrapped in the audio signature of a trusted institution. You must separate the audio environment from the reality of the transaction. A professional background track means nothing in the era of digital audio manipulation. Do not let familiar hold music convince you to hand over secure data. Choose to rely on the origin of the call rather than the sound of the call. If you did not dial the number on the back of your card, the background noise is a weapon designed to deceive you. If you are tired of criminals using psychological tricks to steal your money, hit the subscribe button right now. We expose the exact blueprints the financial elite use to shift liability onto you. The audio illusion builds trust, but the actual theft begins with a simple text message. Number 7 exposes the fatal flaw in two-factor authentication. Number 7, the verification code trap. The scammer has convinced you they are a fraud specialist. They tell you they have located the fraudulent charge and are ready to reverse it. They tell you they need to verify your identity to ensure they are speaking to the actual account holder. They say they are sending a secure verification code to your phone. A text message arrives on your phone. It contains a 6-digit code. The message originates from the exact short code number your bank always uses. The scammer asks you to read the code back to them over the phone. This is the verification code trap. The scammer is not verifying your identity. They are actively logging into your online banking portal from their computer. When they enter your username and password, which they purchased on the dark web, your bank's security system triggers a two-factor authentication challenge. The bank sends the code to your phone to ensure you are the person logging in. The specific reason you fall for this is the context of the conversation. Because the scammer told you they were sending a code to verify your identity, you interpret the text message as part of their security process. You read the code out loud. The scammer types the code into their computer. They bypass the two-factor authentication. They achieve total account takeover. You must read the actual text message your bank sends you. Banks have updated their automated messages to combat this exact scam. The message explicitly states the code is for a login attempt and warns you not to share the code with anyone, including bank employees. In your state of panic, you ignore the warning text and only look at the 6 digits. You hand the keys to your vault directly to the thief. You must never read a verification code out loud to a person on the phone. A legitimate bank representative will never ask for your one-factor authentication password or your two-factor security code. They have internal methods to verify your identity. The code is for digital system access only. Choose to keep your security codes silent when you realize that sharing the code completes the criminal's login sequence. The scammer has the code, but they need time to drain your accounts. The psychological manipulation at number 6 keeps you distracted while they empty your vault. Number 6. The shadow session distraction. You read the code to the scammer. They thank you and tell you they are currently freezing your debit card and securing your checking account. They ask you a series of mundane security questions. They ask you to verify your recent legitimate transactions. They keep you talking. While you are talking, they are executing a shadow session. They are logged into your online banking portal. They are working fast. They navigate to the password settings and change your login credentials, locking you out of your own account. They change the contact email address and phone number associated with the profile, so you do not receive any alert notifications regarding the changes they are making. The specific reason they keep you on the phone is to prevent you from checking your banking app. If you hang up and open your app, you will see the login error. You will realize you have been hacked and call the real bank number to stop the fraud. By keeping you engaged in a fake security audit, they buy the 10 minutes they need to liquidate your assets. They review your checking balance, your savings account, and your linked credit cards. They calculate exactly how much money they can extract before the system triggers an automatic fraud lock. They are not simply stealing the $50 from your wallet, they are preparing to drain your entire net worth. You must recognize that excessive phone time during a fraud alert is a red flag. Legitimate bank representatives move quickly. They freeze the card, issue a new one, and end the call. They do not keep you on the line to audit your transaction history while they perform background tasks. Choose to end the call immediately if the representative requires a long, sustained conversation to execute a simple account freeze. Hang up, open your banking app, and verify your access. If you are inside your account, you can stop the theft. But what if the criminals bypass the bank's internal transfer limits? The peer-to-peer exploit at number 5 uses your own hands to move the money. Number 5. The safe account transfer. The scammer realizes your bank has strict limits on external wire transfers. They cannot simply send your money to their overseas account without triggering a manual review by a bank manager. They need a faster method. They decide to use a peer-to-peer payment network like Zelle, Cash App, or Venmo. The scammer tells you your current checking account is completely compromised. They tell you the only way to protect your remaining funds is to move the money to a secure, temporary ledger account controlled by the bank's fraud department. They instruct you to open your banking app. Because they kept you on the phone, they guide you through the process. They tell you to initiate a Zelle transfer. They provide you with a phone number or email address they claim belongs to the secure bank ledger. They tell you to send your entire checking account balance to this address. They assure you the money is safe and will be transferred to your new secure account within 24 hours. This is the safe account transfer trap. The secure ledger does not exist. You are sending your money directly to a mule account controlled by the criminal syndicate. The specific reason this works is the reversal of roles. The scammer does not steal the money. They convince you to log in and send the money yourself. This distinction is catastrophic for your recovery efforts. Because you logged into your own account, authenticated your device, and initiated the transfer yourself, the bank views the transaction as authorized. The peer-to-peer payment networks operate like digital cash. Once the money leaves your account, it is gone instantly. There is no pending status. There is no reversal process. You must understand that a bank will never ask you to transfer your own money to protect it. Banks protect money by freezing the account on their end. They do not require you to move funds to external ledgers. If your money is in the bank, it is already in the safest place possible. Choose to refuse any request to transfer funds to a secure wallet when you understand that peer-to-peer networks offer zero fraud protection for authorized transfers. The money is gone, but the scammer wants more. The technical manipulation at number 4 forces you to hand over total control of your smartphone. Number 4. The remote desktop exploit. The scammer successfully drained your checking account using Zelle, but they see a high-limit credit card linked to your profile. They want to max it out, but they need your device to bypass the location security protocols. They pivot to the remote desktop exploit. The scammer tells you the fraud originated from a virus on your smartphone. They tell you that to secure your new account, they need to run a diagnostic scan on your device. They instruct you to go to the App Store and download a specific technical support application. They usually request legitimate corporate software like AnyDesk or TeamViewer. These are remote access Trojans disguised as support tools. Once you download the app and read the connection code to the scammer, you grant them total control over your smartphone. They can see your screen, click your buttons, and read your text messages. The specific reason they need your screen is device fingerprinting. Banks track the physical location and device identifier of the phone you use to log in. If a login attempt occurs from a foreign country, the bank blocks it. By using remote desktop software, the scammer initiates the transactions directly from your physical phone in your living room. The bank's security system sees your phone, your internet connection, and your location. It approves the massive credit card cash advances without hesitation. While they have control of your screen, they also open your email app and delete the fraud alert emails the bank is sending you. They open your text messages and intercept the security codes required to process the credit card advances. You watch your screen move on its own as the criminal systematically dismantles your financial life. You must never download software at the request of a customer service representative. A bank does not have a technical support department that scans personal smartphones for viruses. They do not need to see your screen to secure your bank account. Choose to delete any remote access software on your device when you realize it acts as a digital bridge for criminals to bypass device-level security protocols. We know you have received suspicious phone calls. Go down into the comments right now and tell us exactly what the scammer said to try and earn your trust. Let us build a national database of scam scripts to protect each other. The scammer has your money and your screen, but you start to get suspicious. You ask questions. The psychological escalation at number 3 brings in fake authority figures to crush your resistance. Number 3, the authority handoff. You realize something is wrong. You tell the scammer you want to hang up and call the bank yourself. The scammer recognizes they are losing control of the victim. They instantly pivot to the authority handoff. The scammer tells you that because the fraud involves a massive amount of money across state lines, they are required by law to transfer you to a federal investigator or a local police officer. They place you on hold. The ambient hold music plays. A new voice comes on the line. The new voice is stern, authoritative, and aggressive. They introduce themselves as a detective with the Cybercrimes Division. This second caller is just a senior scammer sitting at the desk next to the first one. The specific reason this escalation works is authority bias. We are conditioned from childhood to comply with law enforcement. When the fake detective tells you that hanging up will interfere with an ongoing federal investigation, you freeze. They threaten you with legal consequences if you do not comply with the security audit. They use this fake authority to force you to complete the final transfers. They tell you your cooperation is required to catch the criminals who hacked your account. They frame your compliance as a civic duty. You are no longer acting out of panic to save your money. You are acting out of fear of arrest. You must understand that law enforcement agencies do not investigate bank fraud by joining a live customer service call. A detective will never ask you to transfer funds, download software, or read verification codes. If the police need to speak with you regarding financial crimes, they will contact you through official channels or arrive at your residence. Choose to terminate the call immediately if a corporate representative attempts to transfer you to a government agent. The transition from customer service to law enforcement on a single phone call is a mechanical impossibility. The scammer squeezed every dollar they could. Now they need to launder the money before you figure it out. The physical trap at number 2 sends you to the grocery store. Number 2, the retail gift card pivot. The scammer drained your digital accounts, but they see you still have access to a secondary credit card that blocks peer-to-peer transfers. They need to convert that credit line into untraceable cash. They initiate the retail gift card pivot. The fake bank representative tells you that your physical debit card is compromised and you need a replacement. They tell you that to expedite the shipping of the new card or to temporarily secure your remaining credit limit, you need to purchase electronic vouchers. They instruct you to drive to a local grocery store or pharmacy while staying on the phone. They guide you into the store and direct you to the gift card rack. They tell you to purchase high-value gift cards from popular retailers or technology companies. They tell you to load $500 onto each card. Once you purchase the cards at the register, they instruct you to walk to your car, scratch off the security foil on the back, and read the redemption codes to them over the phone. The specific reason criminals use gift cards is the lack of regulation. A gift card is a bearer instrument. Whoever holds the code holds the cash. Once you read the code over the phone, the criminal instantly sells that code on a digital exchange for cryptocurrency. The money is laundered and gone in seconds. The scammer frames this absurd request as a necessary technical step. They claim the gift cards act as a temporary digital ledger to hold your funds until the new account is established. In your exhausted, panicked state, you comply with the instructions. You override the warning warnings from the store cashier because the voice on the phone tells you the cashier is not cleared for this security protocol. You must recognize that gift cards are for gifts. They are never used for bank transfers, account security, or expedited shipping fees. No legitimate financial institution, government agency, or corporate entity will ever demand payment or security deposits in the form of retail gift cards. Choose to end the conversation the moment a caller instructs you to travel to a retail store to purchase gift cards. It is the absolute final proof that you are speaking to a criminal. The money is gone. You realize you have been scammed. You call the real bank expecting a refund. The regulatory reality at number 1 leaves you completely devastated. Number 1, the authorized fraud denial. You hang up the phone, you drive to your local bank branch. You sit down with the manager and explain exactly how you were tricked. You demand your money back. The manager looks at the computer system and delivers the final crushing blow. They deny your fraud claim. The specific reason you lose your money permanently is the legal definition of authorized fraud. Under federal banking regulations, specifically Regulation E, banks are required to refund your money if a criminal steals your debit card and uses it without your permission. This is considered an unauthorized transaction. However, the fake bank freeze scam relies on social engineering. The criminal did not hack the bank's mainframe. They hacked your mind. They convinced you to read the two-factor authentication code. They convinced you to initiate the Zelle transfer. They convinced you to buy the gift cards because you physically performed the actions or handed over the security codes required to perform the actions. The bank classifies the theft as an authorized transaction. The banking system views you as a willing participant in the transfer. You authorize the movement of funds, even though you were operating under false pretenses. The bank is not legally obligated to refund money that you actively chose to send. They close your fraud claim and refuse to credit your account. You lose your entire life savings because you trusted the caller identification screen. The ultimate defense against the fake bank freeze scam is proactive compartmentalization. You must separate your daily spending from your primary life savings. You must utilize virtual burner cards. Modern financial institutions allow you to generate temporary digital debit cards on your smartphone. You link these virtual cards to your digital wallet for daily purchases. You keep your primary debit card locked in a safe and never use it. If a scammer calls you claiming your virtual card is compromised, you do not panic. You simply open your app, delete the virtual card with a single tap, and generate a new one. Your primary checking account remains completely invisible and insulated from the attack. You never have to talk to the fraud department. Choose the virtual burner card strategy when you are ready to take absolute control over your financial security and eliminate the threat of social engineering attacks. The banking industry will never protect you from your own decisions. They write the terms of service to ensure that when you fall for a scam, you are the one left holding the bill. You must build your own firewall. If you want to protect your savings and learn exactly how to bypass the massive traps set by the financial elite, you must study the system's flaws. Click the next video on the left popping up on your screen right now to discover secret methods that scammers are using to steal your money. We expose everything they are trying to hide from you. We'll catch you there.